Hey guys, welcome to our weekly hangout session here at SP Tools USA. This week we're showing you one of our awesome, great ratcheting wrench kits. This kit also comes with flared nut wrenches. So it's an awesome kit, and we had a little demo ready for you guys, so you guys can see the power of the wrenches and then the angle, the precision these wrenches bring to the table. So we'll go ahead and pass it over to Lee so he can give you a little demonstration on it.
Thanks, John. Hi, everybody. So today we want to cover a couple of things on ratchet wrenches. We want to show you the strength that we have in the open end of the SP ratchet wrenches. That's generally going to be your weak spot for most gear wrenches or gear drive wrenches. And then we're also going to cover the actual articulation that you need, or how many degrees of articulation you need to actually be able to get a fastener to ratchet. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and if I can find my bolt, oh, I've got it right here. So we're taking a standard bolt so everybody can see. Okay, we put a couple washers in there for torque purposes. I'm going to set this in the vise. We're going to tighten it down. All right. So first thing we're going to do, and everybody's familiar, everybody watching this is probably familiar with our cordless impact. So I don't think that I really have to explain, how much power this has. We're going to use that to tighten this nut down, and then we're going to back it up with the SP Tools 1/2 inch digital torque wrench. Okay. I'm going to take the socket. We're going to turn this on, let it calibrate. It's set at 125 foot-pounds. So we're going to take the torque wrench, Bill's going to come over here so everybody can see how much we actually have, how much torque we actually have. We're going to make sure that we're at least at that 125 mark. What's that, Bill? 135 or so? All right, so now we're going to take this. We're going to take an 18 millimeter SP gear drive wrench, put it on this bolt, and the guys are going to help hold this table down because it's not actually bolted to the floor, so it's going to move a little bit. And there you have it. Bolt is loose. As you can see, we've put so much torque on that bolt that we've actually boogered up the threads a little bit. Okay, take these washers off. And you can see the impact on the threads. And that is how strong the open end of the SP gear drive wrenches are. We use quad drive technology. If anybody that's not familiar with that, please see the website or reach out to one of the guys on the sales team. They'll be glad to cover that for you. Now, for those of you that think that that was a special bolt or a special wrench or whatever the case may be, we're gonna take this one out of the vise, set it to the side, set this over here. Okay, I'm gonna take another bolt, different size this time. Okay, same thing, put a nut on it. This one's going to be a 17. Let's see, 17. Okay. Same thing, I'm going to turn the, go ahead and get the calibration here if you would, Bill. We're going to turn this on. Allow it to calibrate. Calibration's done. We're still at 125 foot-pounds. All right, guys, hold that still for me. And I don't think this bolt's going to hold 125. I feel it's starting to give. Looks like we're going to get about, what, 75, 78, something like that. And we're going to take our 17 millimeter ratchet wrench. Let me know when you're ready. You guys good?
Yep.
And again, we've over torqued those threads. As you can see, I was running out of torque. All right, and as you can see again, you can see the torque on the threads. You see how much torque was actually applied to that fastener. And again, that open end wrench, or the open end of the wrench, took that off with no issues. Now, another big problem that people run into all the time is, take this out of the vise so I don't hit my arm on it. One of the issues that people run into all the time with ratchet wrenches is they spend the money on buying the ratchet wrenches for the convenience of being able to take a fastener off, or loosen a fastener, or tighten a fastener in a tight area where it's tough to get a regular ratchet, an impact wrench, air ratchet, whatever the case may be, cordless ratchet. So, a couple things I want to look at. Number one, Bill, if you can get in here close. One of the first things that we need to look at is the thickness of this head. Okay? It's obvious that the thickness difference, and even though it doesn't look like a lot, you're going to be able to get this SP Tools wrench into a lot tighter areas than what you're going to be able to get the Blue Point wrench. So we're using Snap-on's Blue Point ratchet wrench, 17 millimeter. Part number is a BOERM 17 compared to SP part number SP50020 And again, you can see the difference in the thickness of the heads. You can even see it in this orientation. Okay. Now I want to talk about the seals in here and the actual geared mechanism itself. So the cutouts here in the Blue Point wrench are going to allow contaminants to get down inside that wrench, where we're using a sealed ratcheting mechanism. Though it's not impervious to dust and brake clean and brake fluid and all the other things that you get on these in a shop environment, it's going to prolong the life of your wrench. And ultimately that's what you want. You want that long service life. And if you're paying the money, you might as well get it. So the most important part that I want to show you today in comparison with these wrenches is the ability to actually ratchet in a tight environment. Our wrenches only take a few degrees of arc to be able to ratchet the fastener. Theoretically, our competitors say the same thing. But what I want you to do is pay attention to the red line that's drawn on this bolt. And even though if I bang hard enough every now and then, you may get engagement in that ratcheting mechanism, for the most part, that wrench isn't actually moving the fastener. So you're going to be there all day long trying to work in a tight space with a ratcheting wrench that just isn't doing what it's designed to do. The cool part with ours, and I'm going the opposite way, is you get ratchet every time. We can go reverse for those of you that think that that was special or whatever. Doesn't matter. So if I'm down in an engine bay and I'm working in a tight area and I can't get a full swing on this wrench to be able to ratchet it, I only need a few degrees of arc to actually make that happen. Okay? Now, the set that we're focused on today, like John mentioned, is a standard and metric set. One of the really cool parts about this set is you're going to get, with the purchase of this set, you're going to get both standard and metric ratcheting wrenches and standard and metric line wrenches. The really cool part is the promo that John put together for this particular set is going to cost you just a little bit more than what you would pay for just the metric Blue Point set. So for the special and the promo and the pricing, I'm going to turn it over to John and let John give you the details. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee, for that awesome demonstration. Like we said, once again, until the next SP Live, we'll have a promotion going for this set. The part number for this set is SP50020, and usually it goes for $541, but just until the next SP Live, if you use code SP Live, you will be able to get it for $400. So that is quite a discount over a regular price. So go ahead and snag yourself one of these sets before they're gone, because I'm sure they're gonna go out pretty fast. But we're glad you guys came over for weekly SP Live, and we hope you guys come again for our next one.